I'm Kevin Price with The Price of Business on Business Talk 1110 AM, Bloomberg's home in Houston, Texas. Here, thanks to my good friends at bestworkdata.com at the SHRM convention. Bestworkdata.com finds you the best employee, the best place for your employee, so much more with their assessment tools that really do make a difference. Got the opportunity here at this convention, lots of different companies. Stumbled on a company that's corporately located out of Warren, Michigan, Rich, and it sounds like from where they're located, they were about 2 miles from where I grew up in Detroit many years ago, in Ferndale, Michigan, actually. And the company's called 101 Great Businesses. Is that our best businesses?
101 best and brightest companies.
There you go, 101 best and brightest companies. I love the concept, and I love the idea of recognizing companies for the great work they're trying to do to be the best that they possibly can be, because not only is recognition helpful, and but there's also this element of being educational for people who are looking at doing business with companies in certain areas. And then there's just the aspect of forcing yourself to be a better business, and I think it does that. And so we're delighted to have Nicole Martin, and she's on the board, and she represents the group here in the Chicago area. Kind of tell us a little bit about your story and your relationship with the company, with the organization.
Well, I'm definitely proud to represent 101 Best and Brightest Companies to Work, where I've been affiliated with the company since 2005. The company itself is actually, like you said, based out of Michigan, and it's been there since, I want to say, going into maybe almost 20 years now, going back. So it started there. But definitely now they've taken it out nationally. We have a national brand, and then we have red carpet events, if you will, recognizing the best and brightest companies to work for in respective regions, including Houston, including Atlanta, here in Chicago, and in Metro Detroit. So we definitely try to do our best to not just be a list. We're not just a list. We're a not-for-profit organization. We try to do our best to bridge businesses with the people in their own backyard, their community resource partners, which are not-for-profit organizations, with their associations. We work with some of the best in terms of getting our statistical analysis. Here in Chicago, it's the Center for Research and Service with IIT. And we're very proud to bring businesses and business owners, if you will, together, their leadership together to share best practices in challenging times. We have education and get the winners on the ground together quarterly in the respective regions. And so, yes, absolutely, it's a list. Absolutely, we have wonderful media partners. Absolutely, it's competitive, it's prestigious, but we encourage any company to go through our process, including the small business. You only have to have 10 employees to get access to this data. And when you do the survey, it's not only just doing a survey internally, like a pulse survey, and it's not just doing an external survey trying to get on a list. It's one survey, and you can go through this one process, and you get the information that you need internally to improve your organization, and then you also get to benchmark it externally with your respective region. That's a valuable process.
Yeah. And so, and you have a ton of information, don't you? So, but I appreciate that, and I love your enthusiasm about it. And I did meet a young lady who's from Warren, Michigan, who represents the organization. We'll be chatting about when they come and do an event in Houston here in the next, I think, September. She said September, October, and so we'll plan on possibly doing some things together with them. That'll be awesome. And so, is there a certain types of businesses? So, really, there's an HR connection to what you guys are doing, because you're trying to focus on the best places to work. But are there certain types of businesses that like to compete, that rise to the top? What have you noticed in your involvement?
I would say, first of all, the demographic of the businesses, since you asked that, it's very diverse, and we like it that way, right? We want not-for-profits, we want for service, we want public, we want private, and we try to bridge all of those, because all of those businesses need to do business with one another in order to be successful, to build a stronger community. And so we do our best to connect them and bring them together. Yes, we definitely have the 101 Best and Brightest Companies to Work For platform, which is where the employees say they're great, and then HR submits a survey, and we benchmark that data. We also have 101 Best and Brightest Companies to Work For on a national platform, being the best in the nation. And that runs, nominations are open right now for that, and any company can self-nominate. They can go out to 101bestandbrightest.com and learn more. We also do sustainable workforce. So that's the company that's got some green initiatives, that's looking at really giving back and doing something that's more eco-sustainable, if you will. And so we do recognition in that circle, and then we also do for wellness. So the national best companies that are being proactive about their wellness initiatives, which, to be quite honest, is the PPACA healthcare reform is going to be a catalyst for change in that framework, and it's going to become more important for companies to be looking at their wellness initiatives. And so we're definitely in that space at all, and each competition, if you will, is its own.
How many cities are currently participating in it?
Well, it's national, so any city in this country can participate, but the red carpet event that you speak to, where we actually come out and run educational sessions on the ground connecting winners, is in those regions that I mentioned, in Houston, in Atlanta, in Chicago, and in Detroit.
Okay, so is there a one list, 101, or do you have it broken down into regions as well?
It's broken down into regions, and if someone were to go onto the website, they could select the region they're in, and they can review the companies with links to those companies who have made our list.
And so, okay, great. I think people ought to do just that. Give us that website.
It's 101, so 101, bestandbrightest.com.
101bestandbrightest.com. Nicole, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Kevin.
Good learning about what you're doing there with that great organization. I'm Kevin Price with The Price of Business. We want to remind you to continue to check us out. Also over there at our sister news website, usdailyreview.com.